Can you maybe explain, somebody's watching this, what is the importance of hearing loss on the overall well-being of a person? So it's obviously not only the hearing organ that is affected, but what is that overall well-being that a person might not actually know, some of the hidden consequences of hearing loss?
Hearing loss is associated with a lot of other hidden conditions, if I can call it that. Something that you might not associate hearing loss with is something like diabetes. Okay. Not to say that hearing loss will cause Alzheimer's or dementia, but there is a link and an association between the two. And it stems from the fact that if you are diagnosed with a hearing loss and you leave it unamplified. In other words, you do not get assistance with a hearing aid if it's an inner ear hearing loss specifically. After a long time of not amplifying and not stimulating your auditory system, it can lead to cognitive decline and the auditory nerve being deprived of stimulation and then dying off eventually. So that is why there can be an association with dementia and Alzheimer's, for example. Fatigue is also, it plays a role. It takes so much more concentration to zoom in and to really listen, so you can become fatigued and find yourself very tired, and that being a consequence of having a hearing loss and having to concentrate so hard. Falling, not having balance, for example, middle ear infections. Those are just some of the things that can be associated with hearing loss. Even something like wax buildup, one would think, to which extent can wax actually influence your hearing? But I mean, I've done hearing tests and I've seen extreme shifts in hearing thresholds just because of something like wax buildup.
That's a vital point that you make. And thanks for sharing that. I had a patient the other day, and although this does not happen necessarily to every person that I see, I had this particular person who started their hearing treatment after we diagnosed hearing loss. And even just 6 weeks after having that hearing aids fitted, he also mentioned to me that he's got this sort of clarity of mind. His decision making seems to be faster. He feels like he's less tired at the end of the day. So those hidden consequences of hearing loss that a person doesn't necessarily think of or know of, and the benefit that hearing treatment can give a person.